Hey, Edible Lab here, back again with another video. It's been a little while. Now we're sort of getting into mid-August here in Sydney, Australia. It's going to show the results or the progress of the plants that I've got inside my little small shade greenhouse with the sort of makeshift heating method, heating a bucket or large compost bin, maybe about 50 litres of water with this aquarium heater, which can heat up the water up to about 30 degrees Celsius, I think 34 degrees Celsius, or like 93 Fahrenheit, I think it is. But in doing so, it creates thermal mass and so keeps the greenhouse warm overnight when it gets cold. That being said, doesn't get too cold here. Probably the lowest temperature we've had is probably about 6 degrees. Is still cold at night, still getting nights under 10 degrees, 7 degrees, 9 degrees, and it's not getting too warm in the day, not really over 20 degrees, but this gets good sun, so it really heats up. And I just opened it, but it's probably like almost 30 degrees inside there. Well, I'd say at least 25. So let's have a look at what's going on in here. First things first, it's just a large sort of mango. I just put it in here. Mangoes will do fine outside over winter here, but he's definitely doing better than the others, growing a little more. I've got a few little things here. The jackfruit seedlings have suffered from a little bit of, I think the humidity here, not enough airflow. We've had a lot of rain, so it's been humid and they've got a bit of fungal disease. But you can see in late winter, they're pushing growth. They're getting new growth, these jackfruit seedlings, and these are only from about March this year. They're only not even 6 months old. Then exciting. Well, this is dead, but these are the meringue seedlings, the Artocarpus odoratissimus, the ultra-tropical cousin of the jackfruit that I've got. I managed to get a few seedlings of, and some of them are still alive. I've actually got two that are managing to survive. Obviously here, probably one of the warmer, more protected parts. They don't look incredible, but this one actually looks like it's pushing new growth. And maybe we'll see if they can survive winter at this tiny little stage. If they don't, and I ever decide to try and grow meringue again in future in Sydney, I'll buy a more developed plant. And then we've got a custard apple seedlings, Artemoya seedling. We've got some other seedlings. Tamarillo, this hasn't gone very well. Some finger lime seedlings there. Another mango. Davidson's plum, a native Australian fruit, very sour. Some guava seedlings just for fun. I've got some Rollinia seedlings finally shooting up. These were from 26th of May. So they took a while. I had them on a heat mat until recently, and then moved them in here, and they're all shooting up. I've got a lot. I'll have to sort of split them up soon after they finish germinating. Here we've got the posh tea, Annona scleroderma. It's kind of supposedly, like quite a tropical plant, more tropical than soursop. And like most Annonas, it's semi-deciduous. It dropped a lot of leaves, but budded up. And as you can see now, these buds, they didn't do anything for a while, but they're now pushing. So it's actually pushing this new growth in when overnight is still sub 10 degrees. So it did have a bit of dieback. It died back a bit, but this part stayed okay, and as long as it survives relatively unscathed. Like, it has taken some damage. I mean, this I think it got too hot, but it's doing well. Something that isn't doing too well is the Lacucha. It's kind of, I don't know if it's going to make it. It's a bit of a twig. I mean, it's still green, so it may come back once it gets warm, but this didn't like the cold, and not doing too good. And then in here we've got a few things. We have some, I believe this is a red pitanga seedling. In here we've got, I believe this is a Jaboticaba, a Grimmel, seedling from a Grimmel. This is another seedling from a Grimmel germinating here. Took a little while, about 2 months to get to that, but germinating fine, as you can see. We've got some other stuff at the back here. It's my largest jackfruit. As you can see, this one is also pushing new growth. Looks kind of crappy, but it's pushing new growth. And yeah, a lot of the jackfruit seedlings are pushing new growth. Got some achacha seedlings back there. A lot of jackfruit. This is Grimachama. This would have done fine outside, but I just put it in here to see if it grew more. It's small, and it's a seedling too. So the growth has been very slow on it. Got some other interesting stuff. This is just some cherry guava, yellow cherry guava, Cattleya guava seedlings I grew for fun. Then we've got starfruit. This is a grafted plant. This is a carry, which I put in here mainly to give it more shade. It's not looking incredible. It might want some water, but I mean, we've had so much rain, and even with this closed up, the soil's very damp, so I really don't want to water these plants too much to avoid root rot. But maybe it's just because it's too hot in here now for it. But this doesn't like the wind either, so the main reason I wanted to put this in here was to protect from the wind, but I don't know, it's not looking incredible. Then we've got a few other things. Abiu, Abiu meant to be super tropical, meant to hate it if it gets, close to 5 degrees, and it's doing fine. It's growing even, you can see. It has pushed out new leaves. These new leaves were grown in winter. Main problem with this is the scale. I have to keep on top of that. Here we've got Imperial Star Apple, Chrysophyllum imperiale. It's a seedling, fairly small. It doesn't mind with the cold, but it's pretty slow growing. This is one of the new leaves though. They get kind of spiky on the corners, but the new leaves are very, very soft and furry. Really, really attractive foliage. It's a nice plant. But that would do fine outside here too. Just have it because it's small, just to give it a bit of a boost. More jackfruit seedlings there. Coffee seedling. This is about, maybe a year and a half old now. It's pushing some new growth, we can see. I think one of the main things is, despite the temperatures still being low, we're getting more sunlight hours now that we're heading towards spring. Here we've got the soursop, and as you can see, it has taken a bit of a beating, has taken some cold damage. It has dropped some leaves, but it's looking really good. And as you can see, the trunk on it is pretty solid. I'm really, really happy with how it's done. And I don't mind, Annona, even in the subtropics and whatever, are semi-deciduous, so they're going to lose leaves. And I'm sure once it starts getting warmer, this will really bounce back and do fine. There's another Pitanga Suriname cherry seedling doing well there. Behind it, we've got our second Abiu, not doing as well as the first. I think this spot is a little colder. Maybe it needs a bit of water. Got some dragon fruit cuttings there. And in the back, we've got some more achachairu seedlings. And then lastly we've got my star apple, which has done great in here over the winter. It's in a considerably large pot. It dropped all its leaves and died back quite a bit last winter, but it's done fine this one, and it's grown, and it's continuing to grow, and you can see, look how much growth it is shooting off. It's going crazy now. It did maybe about June, July, it wasn't looking incredible. Like, it has got a bit of damage. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, a bit of damage there on some of the new growth. Sort of crinkles up like this. That's the cold. But look at how much growth it's putting on. So I'm really excited to see how this does over the summer. I would hope it is able to perhaps double in size. We're meant to get quite a lot of rain in spring, so hopefully it warms up a bit with that rain, and I can bring some of these out and really they start to get going. heading into summer. Anyway, it's just a little update on how the greenhouse is going. This may or may not be uploaded before or after I do a more bit of a longer video garden tour of the main garden. But yeah, it's just a quick update. Until next time.